All right, so we're going to get started. If you never made shrimp and grits, I'm gonna let you know how to get it done and with homemade gravy. I don't do store-bought gravy. This pan over here, I fry. Instead of toasting the way I toast my bread, I toast it in a skillet. So we're gonna get started with this, and I have some butter in there. And that's gonna have to do what we're doing. So first of all, I'm gonna start off by pouring some grits in this pan. And I don't measure. I just measure the bottom by looking at it. I know exactly how much I want. And as I cook it, if I notice it's too thick and it's not done enough, I add water to it. You always can add too, but takeaway is kind of, you can't take away. But you can add to the water to make it not so stiff. But if you try to take away, it still is going to be soupy, like take a while for it. So I do that and I look at it. And when I tilt it up, I can see the see the grits right there. But I know it's a lot down there, so I'm going to need more water than this. Okay. So that should be enough. And if I need more, I'll put more in it as it starts cooking. So first of all, I'll put that in the back, and I am going to add some salt to it. And I'm going to let it go ahead and cook on a higher temperature. And once it starts boiling, I will turn it down to a low. And that should be good. Cover it and let that go, and that I'll just keep that. I'm gonna put my grits up, and I'm gonna get started on my onions for my shrimp and grits. My onions. If you hear any Bible reading in the background, that's me. Listen to my Bible this morning. Try to do it every morning. So now in this pan, I use this eye because I feel like the hottest eye. I'm going to go ahead and cut up some onions to put it in there. So I have some onions here. Put that in there. I'm not going to start the stove. Not quite yet, but I am going to start cooking up the onions, cutting them up. I do have some shrimp over here thawing in water. So frozen shrimp is thawing in water so that I can get prepared as well. Today's meal I got planned that I'm going to cook this afternoon, this evening for dinner is some turkey wings. I'll do a small pan of macaroni, some collard and cabbage, and some sweet potato rolls. That's my plan. We'll see how well it'll turn out. Usually when I'm doing, I like to have them dried. So now I'm going to start cut this on medium. Let the onion start sweating. Should be enough. My husband loves onions for his shrimp and grits. Well, we're an onion eating family anyway. onion as well. I like to put a garlic in as well, so I try to put that on top of in with the onions and let that cook with the onions. Always have a bowl or something to put your scraps in, so you can go ahead and use that for compost. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this onion up. Go ahead and get this. Too cold. I do have a mint scarlet press to use, but I like to chop my garlic when I'm cooking. I love the smell of onions. So, let me get me some coffee ready. I don't have any filters ready, so I have to dump. Oh, this is the old one. This is coffee grounds I saved for going to garden. That one's already full. Got another container, so it's time to take that out. Should have 6, but let me see 4. Oh, back to 5. I can't find my other ones. Let me start dumping. I found it's cheaper to do it this way than buying K-Cups all the time. Now I'm going back up. But it also is a little messy at times. But I save my coffee grounds. Because we are coffee drinkers. I love cold coffee in the summertime. My husband likes regular coffee all year round. That's that truck driver mentality. He drink coffee in the daytime. No matter what time of day it is, he'll drink some coffee. Me, I like to have it in the morning, and that's part of it. Very rare I have a coffee in the evening. Usually when I rinse these out, I let them dry before I use it again. I just use the ones that I had just dumped. But today I decided just to rinse those 2 out and wipe the tops off and just use it like that. I usually just let them, I wash them and then I will let them dry and fill them up. But the ones I'm not going to use today, I will put in the sink to be washed. Okay, I hear the grits boiling. Check that. Stir it up some. Might need to put a little bit more grits in there. We'll see in a little bit. This is cooking up real good. Lovely. Usually once I cook my onions, I'll throw the shrimp in there, season it good, and then take them out and let it drain. Turn it down. And let that simmer a little more, turn it low. Alright, so I'm going to move. I might need 2 cups of mine because I'm making a tall cup of those. I'll put the rest in there. And I have, oh, I'm missing the top. Close it up, put it over here, and wipe this counter off. Low coffee, have to get some more. Have my 1 tablespoon filler. Little cup I use. I have a one that you can use for these, but I didn't use it this morning. now I need some containers, some jars to put my coffee in. For my coffee. So what I'm doing, I'm going to fill up the reservoir. And fill it up with my filtered water. Sometimes, most of the time. I love the mornings. Sunday mornings really is quieter in my home. Most of the times it's quiet, but these mornings is really quiet. I love the peacefulness of the mornings. I usually get up and find my word and start taking care of that. This is ready. I'm going to burn my onion. I don't want it a little caramelized. And it's a great taste. And they already shelled and deveined and ready to cook. It's frozen. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and put a little seasoning in and mix it up a little bit. I like to put a little Old Bay. Just a little bit. Cover the top and and Sunshine, I always do her. And I probably put some more of these seasonings inside when I'm cooking it. But I'm going to do it like this for right now. These two seasonings. Stir it up a little bit. And then I'm going to dump it right into with the onions. So that I can cook. Alright. And the next thing I'll do, I'm going to take that out. I'm going to season it more, a little bit more. Because I don't have to season too much with the gravy once I put that in it. And I like to clean as I go, so I don't think I need this knife anymore. Go ahead and... Now, I don't cook my shrimp so long so they can get too rubbery and tough. I like them just to the point where you have a pop, my husband said. He says, you get this pop on the shrimp. And that's the way you should want your shrimp, where you feel a pop in your mouth when you... And I ain't got... That's it for this. I gotta get some more of this. I love this. Kick your chickens. And these are pepper. I'll put my amino in my gravy as I cook that. Now I can turn it back up to on 3 and let that cook. I'll go ahead and put these grits. Stir it up. I'm gonna turn the eye down on the grits on low. Yep. I don't think I need any more grits and no more water. Good and ready. So I'll let that cook down a little bit more. Yeah, I need a little bit, might be a little bit more water. You see a little grain still on top. Let me add a little bit. Yeah. I need it too stiff. That should be good. Okay. I'm gonna let that cook down. It's on low, simmer, low, cook. Shrimp is cooked. I'm gonna get a pan out so I can go ahead and put that in a bowl. So I can put that to the side. This coffee done. Get the next part in. And then I'm gonna get my husband's coffee ready. He probably wants some right now. look like they are white. Almost done. There's no one that's white. I think it's ready. I'm going to take them on out because they'll cook some more once I put it in with the gravy. So I'm going to let that, we'll go ahead and take this out. And usually if I use a different type of pan, it'll leave some burnt pieces at the bottom. But I'm going to use this flavor in here for my gravy. So next time I do, I'm going to get some, turn my eye up just a little bit. Get some all-purpose flour. It doesn't matter what type of flour you use. You can use any flour. To, you don't need a whole lot. Okay, so this right here is a lot of flour. I don't use all this. And what I want to do is I want to brown my flour first. Many people do it differently, and this is going to be a whole lot of gravy, I can tell. So, it's up. I'm going to add a little bit more oil. Just a little bit. Okay. Turn it up. I'm going to let that get hot. This right here. It's good. I'm going to put this right here. One more K-cup, and this one is for my hubby to drink. So I'll be putting that coffee cup underneath there, getting some creamer. Put 1 trivia sugar, the sugar substitute, and some flavor. And hit it. Let's see how that turn up. This one right here, I'm going to put this in the microwave until I'm ready to put that in there. And I'm going to get me a whisk to maneuver this flour around. Probably need a little bit more oil. You can use any type of oil. I need this to get hot. There you go. Coat the flour, and then I want to brown the flour. So it's almost looking like it's going to be burned. And this is making like a roux. When you hear people say I'm making a roux, your thickener for different dishes. And this is making gravy. Now, when I learned how to make gravy, my mama taught me, I mess it up every time. If you have lumpy gravy, your gravy is not right. I think the most important thing is stirring, when to turn the heat down, when to turn the heat up, and watching your gravy. Do not walk away from that. If you walk away, you will have some messed up gravy. I didn't make any whipped cream this morning. Let me taste and see. A little bit more creamer, and he likes it real hot, so I got to put it in the microwave for a little bit. So I'm gonna take this back out. Forgot. Get that heat up. See, it's getting brown, darker, almost like it's burnt. Now, what you gotta do now, I should have it already ready with my water. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna quickly get a cup of water over here. Something, so I can put water in real quick. And I gotta start pouring it in the pan, and then I'm gonna turn my eye down quickly, because you don't wanna. That's the right color right there. You see that? That's what I want. So now I'm going to turn this up because it's going to cause, and you stir as you pour. It's going to be thick. You want to stir as you pour. And you're going to turn your eye down. because you want to get the lumps. You don't want lumpy gravy. So you want to stir so you can loosen up. I love the whisk. See that? That's it. Stirring as you go. This is going to be a lot of gravy. Which you can use this gravy for other things too. Once it's done. If you have leftover gravy. Don't throw it away. Good over some rice and some meat. Alright. Now I don't leave my gravy this color. I'm going to turn that off so you can hear me. I don't leave my gravy this color. I do put a little bit browner in it. Now if I had let it brown more and more, it would get darker. But what I do next, I put this kitchen what is it, Banquet browning and seasoning. I put one of this in here. I always wipe that off because it drains a lot. You don't want that all in your cabinet. So now, and you don't have to put one. You can put a half of one based on how dark you want your gravy. I like dark gravy. See that? And I do the same thing to make my liver onions, which I have that this week too. Look at that smooth gravy. Oh, smooth gravy. That's smooth gravy. Put it on low. Add more water. I don't want it as thick. I want to slim it down. Oh, that gravy looks so beautiful. I always think one of these is the best thing to use when doing this. But you got to be quick. Always, don't be like me. Have your water ready. Have your water ready. Now, if you want it thick, you don't need any more water. Put that 1 pint where I'm using this jug. But I will probably add a little bit more water to it. And I keep that right there. And my eyes down on low now. Because it's about to simmer the shrimp. And this is good gravy. I think we might not have hardly any left. Okay, after this, my next step is going to put the liquid amino. A couple drops in there. And I'll add a little bit more sunshine. Do I have, I don't think I have any more of the kicking. So I got one more up here. It's nothing hard in there. I like to use it. That's it. Gotta buy another one of those. And I did garlic already in there, but I always like to use garlic powder too. I love garlic stuff, so I put a little bit of that. Okay? And I will add salt if I need to, because I have my shrimp already seasoned. All right. Okay, a little bit more. All right, I'm gonna leave that alone for a second. Let it simmer, and then I'm gonna add the other stuff to it. I'm gonna get back over here with these grits. See what's going on with this. Oh yeah, let's add a little bit more water to this. A little thick. I like thick, but I don't like it too thick. There you go. Loosen it up a little bit so I can stir it. All right. Make sure it's salted enough. So what I'm gonna do, take this, put on my hand. I think I'm due for a little bit more salt. And I haven't added any butter. So when you're low on butter, don't add any to your grits over here. Add it to when you plate it, so they can get the butter. I'll get some more today. All the extra butter I had in the freezer gone. Bacon and stuff like that, you buy it. Even margarine, I don't really buy that. I just buy butter. Let me see. You cook a little bit more. Add a little bit more. Feel a little gritty. too thick. By the time it's set, some more thicker. All right. So that means I didn't add enough water at the beginning. All right. Let that simmer. Put it on low. Go back to my gravy. It looks wonderful. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and add the shrimp, the juice, the onions, the seasoning, all in there. And now if it haven't cooked all the way, it will simmer, it will bring it up. But it won't be to the point of be tough. It'll be popping now. Because I know it wasn't all the way done, but it's done now. And I'm done with that. Only thing I'm going to do now is taste my gravy. Make sure the seasoning is just right. I'm a hand taster. So I'll take this, my gravy, put it in my palm. Tastes pretty good. It's missing a seasoning, I can tell. Okay, that might be it. And that's Himalayan salt I use. Okay. All right. Let's see. Good. That's it. Put that in there. Just gonna be on simmer too, low. Put everything on low. Now I'm gonna start cleaning. I'm gonna leave this spoon, and I have to get a regular spoon. All this comes off of here, and I'm gonna clean this off. Put all the dirty dishes over here, and I need a bigger spoon. Use this. So all these I'm gonna use. I don't know if I put that in there. I'm gonna find a bigger mouth jar. Let's see what I can. So let's see about this. It's short, so I hope it holds up. So what I'm gonna do, put all this here and put some water in that jar. So I can clean up. Then rinse off whatever's in there. All right. Now it's time to clean this area, work area, reset this area. Move that thing over there, put this right here. So all of this is done. Move this. And I'm going to put a little bit of oil in the pan. That looks like water, so we'll let that out. Okay. So I'm going to fry some toast. For this, now I'm going to get this toast done. Let this get hot. All right, so I can just dump this flour back into my flour then, and I just keep that container in it as well. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna plate the breakfast and put plastic clear wrap on top of it and have it ready for the two men that's in my house, my father-in-law as well as my husband is here this morning. So they will have a nice home-cooked, hearty breakfast. All right, so this bread will be toasted. And like I said, we're going to use the butter that we have for topping the grits. So not the butter this morning. You know, I gotta make sure I get plenty of butter today. So this is done. And I did get some pectin because I have some strawberries parade in the refrigerator for to make my strawberry jam. I made some early, but I'm making pineapple strawberry jam. So I needed some more pectin to put in it so I can store it. So I'm gonna probably finish that up today as well. Hopefully I'll be able to. If not, it'll be tomorrow. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 pieces of bread on here. I like to toast my bread on the stove, and I don't think I can use this. I love to use butter for everything, so it's gonna be challenging for me. Butter for a lot of my toast and stuff. So I'm gonna put a little small piece right on the top. One little small mince of a piece. Now with my coffee, with my cold coffee right here, I'm gonna go ahead, and I usually do this brewing my coffee at night, but of course I didn't do it last night. I was making pico de gallo as well as some guac. 2 different pico de gallo. I made pineapple pico de gallo, and I made regular pico de gallo, and I made my guacamole, and I had chips. So I have some of that left over in the fridge too. So one thing about that, you can do it with that. Also, I can use it as a burrito wrap or taco and all that. And I put it in a mason jar. So one day I will make that again, and I will show you how do I make mine. Nothing fancy. Excuse me. Make sure my coffee is right. That's good. Both of them rice. See that one. Oh, that fit. It don't fit all the way tight, but it's good. So these are ready. I gotta get some ice for my cup, and I'll probably make some whipped cream now since I got a little bit of time. So we're doing the butter the bread right now, and I like to just flip it and let it cook. And what else? I got to get see if I got a heavy whipping cream. I got some of that. And I need some powdered sugar. Heavy whipping cream, powdered sugar. I use vanilla and almond extract. My vanilla. And then I have some pumpkin spice because you know we're getting into the fall now. And I love that on top. So what I do, I sprinkle a little bit inside of give it a little flavor inside of my whipped cream. So I pour some of that in there. I think that's good. Then I'm going to put some powdered sugar. I don't measure. Sometimes I pour too much and I have to put some more. Let's see. I think that's good. You don't need much powdered sugar. You need more of the creamer. I try to catch the bag. You see that didn't work right. Okay, so now I'm going to put a little bit of almond extract. I like that flavor. And a little bit of vanilla. That give it the flavor. It won't be so bland. And a little bit of pumpkin spice. Just a little tad. Okay, now I'm going to whip that. And once it starts blending completely, then I will kick it up a notch. Like Emerald says. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to push it down. And I'm checking to see if I need some more. Turn the bread over, toast it wonderfully. This is good. I'm going to turn this off, turn that off. There's bubbles in it. Uh-oh. And that is good and seasoned already. That's it for that. Rinse this out. Now I'm gonna let it go. Toast is done. Give it a plate for that. Done. I saw the other one on it, some oil in the pan. It's hot now, so it won't take long. It's done. That's it. I'm going to wrap these toast up. They will need jelly with this probably because they'll dip it into the gravy. Alright. These two done. Take them all now. Toast it right on up. Okay. Looking good. Next is done. See? They're done. Alright. Cream is done. Now we'll jar it. I'll jar that whipped cream up. So, this is done. Whipped cream is done. That, just go back in the refrigerator, and I will jar it up in a jar. We're gonna get one now. This pint jar will be big enough for it. So stick it over here. Toast off. They are done. Nice dark toast. Pan I put in the oven and let it cool. And turn off the eye. Everything is done. So now what I would do is that I'm going to get another piece of saran wrap and cover the toast up so it can stay warm. My phone is just beeping, right? Early morning. So that's done. Get these two ready. So now I'm gonna go ahead and plate up this grits and stuff, and I'm gonna cover that. Be done. So this stove is kind of too hot for me to be working right there. So what I'm doing, I'm gonna take everything over closer to me and start plating. So this right here. Put this right in the center. And this is good grits where you can bring it down like that. Alright. So that's one. turn this over. I'm going to set this right here because the stove is off. Start putting the shrimp right on top. Okay. And what I would do is go back with some gravy. Place the shrimp right in the middle. That's 4, 5, 6. That's 6 on there. Put 1, 7. One more. And put another one over here. That'd be 7. Okay, so now I'll go back with a regular spoon. And add more gravy to it. And make sure some onions in there. Okay. Make sure this one got enough gravy too. Shrimp back on the top. Okay, so now I'm gonna wipe this plate around. Still got shrimp and gravy and shrimp ready, and some grits. So what I would do, I make a side order in a container and put it up for whoever might want another helping or for another day. That's another breakfast for another day. So those are done. These are done, and I have both shrimp and grits breakfast ready, and I have toast on the side. I'm gonna go ahead and cover these up, and I'm gonna be ready, and I'm done with breakfast. I'm gonna let it. Can't put it on the stove right at the moment because it's too hot. Cause I just used that one. So what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna just let it sit right here for right now, and then clean up this other area. Put everything back. I'm gonna wipe this off because this right here. It drains from the side when I use this browner. So I want to make sure that it's clean before I put that back up in the cabinet. I usually use pepper every day, so I leave that out. I get some more of that seasoning. Put that up here. Oh, and one thing I didn't do is put my butter right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and throw the butter on now. And one thing, my husband likes cheese on his, so I will be putting cheese on top when I warm it back up when it's time for his breakfast. I will go ahead, I'm going to dip that right down in there for the grits. I'm going to do this one too, make sure I had enough, and dip that right down inside of that so you won't see it. And I'll make sure I put cheese on it as well. So these are done. Leave that right there. Get the rest of my stuff right here. Remove my coffee. And I'm going to leave that right there. Okay? Let's see it. And I'm going to get one of my tea towels to go right on top as well. All right, y'all. That's going to do it for this morning. The shrimp and grits is ready for my family, and I'm so excited. And I thank you all for tuning in for this morning, this morning breakfast. Shrimp and grits with toast with Sunday morning with coffee. Be blessed and have a wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in.